for the final match of these World Championships. Marais, Sissik, Chain, Gahi, Clerget and Malonga. That's the lineup for France. Kageura, Yoshida, Ono, Arai, Murao and Hamada for France. And to lead everything off, Kageura Kokoro in the white janogi, Cyril Marais in blue, Japan versus France. And with commentary on this final, here is Neil Adams.
Well, Marais, you could say, hasn't had the best of tournaments, either in the individual or the team. It's not been brilliant for him. Kogura, wow, he has. He was here just to show us that he should have been the main man. Hanasawa got the nod, and he is absolutely flying. Saying that, Cyril Marais, he can rise to the occasion, he really can. I think, is he a 2- or 3-time winner of the Paris tournament, which is one of the biggest tournaments in the world. But he's never actually won a major world event, like World Championships. He's been world medalist. Watch out for the drop Seanagi of Kogura, because as soon as he does go, it will be explosive. Looking for the sleeve again. Kogura left-handed, but he can go right as well. Cyril Marais just trying to control the head of Kogura. Fights at minus 100 kilograms, Marais, but likes fighting at open weight and heavyweights all the time. And that's got to be a penalty. He just dropped on his back there.
I like the, not rule, but I like the interpretation of the rule with regard to the action that we just saw, because I agree with Neil that that looked like a false attack to me, but because it was followed up immediately by an action that the referee did not want, where he didn't want to call mate, he allowed that action to continue, and once it had gone past a certain amount of time, he's not going to go back to cancel it. He said, okay, no. I know that this is a false attack, but there's another action that's coming up here that may result in something that's happening. Let me see how far this goes. But once it goes too far, I'm not going to go back and change things. I like that.
It's reading the match, though.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's not playing the rules the same all the time. You know, it's just reading a match. These are here to fight. You can see that. And they can't. They're having a problem to get two hands on each other, so give them a bit of time. Let them set it up.
We've also seen it work the other way, where the false attack has taken place. They've gone to the tatami. Referee realizes that, you know, there's a chance for something to happen. It doesn't happen, but it happens. It's very, very quick. Calls the mat and says, I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, you're going to get it anyway.
Is that Shido? In any case, Kageura picked up a single Shido. We've got a minute left to go. That's gone very, very quickly. There's no scores yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, first attack was from Kogura, and now just decides to go in again. Looking for the ground attack. Marais decides to leave it alone. French camp in the dugout here going mad at Marais, and one Shido picked up from him as well. So now Kogura has just picked up the pace. He can just fall off the pace just that little bit, and now it's going to happen. Oh, close. Osodagari now changes it to the other side.
Surprised.
Good attacking stuff there from Kagura.
Surprised that Mare didn't continue in the near, was it there?
Yeah, I don't think he saw it there. I think he was too busy climbing off it. And I think Kagura now starting to open Mare up. Ashiwaza, Kagura. Kuriashi almost set him up. So it's going to go into golden score. Any score will win. Two more penalties to either one of them and it'll be over. That'll be a win. Remember, it's all about wins. Kosei Inui, former world Olympic champion. Now he is in charge of judo in Japan. And I think I'm right by saying that. It's not just the men, is it? It's the ladies as well.
Yeah, the overall coach.
Yes, he is. He's overall. He's got men's coaches and then he's got ladies coaches, but he is overall. But there he is. He's in the chair here. Kagura's going to go right any second now. Oh!
How do you know these things, Neil?
Just a feeling. Just a feeling. So now it's up to Mare. He's just falling behind. Another couple of attacks here by Kagura. Oh, and that was a drop. Needs to leave that alone now, Mare. Oh, he gets it for it. He gets a second Shido for it, just dropping. And you've got to break balance. And it's a dangerous one to do. You know that you have to do something. And so it kind of initiates a poor attack. Yoko Otoshi there from Kagura.
That was beautiful.
What an Ashiwaza that was! Opportune judo, and that was absolutely brilliant. Kuriashi catches the feet as they come together, and he thuds into the mat there. Mare just moved at the wrong time, the right time for Kagura, and Kagura buries him.
He did everything right for Mare. Beautiful movement.
Winner in white
Well, he certainly played his part in this team competition, Kagura, because that was superb. When we watch it back in slow motion, you'll see it's all about movement, catching it at the right time, timing. And wow, that started the Japanese off, and it's certainly warmed this crowd up.
1-0. 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4, I'd have fancied Mare's chances a lot better. He's not the same man.
Well, no, he just probably not quite as coordinated, and it's more difficult, isn't it? You know, as you get later on in the years, you're trying to replicate the same performances, but that was superb. Watch this as it moves. This is an aerial view. I don't know if we'll see it so well from there, but we're going to see it in a second from a different perspective. As he moves, and it was Mare that moved, but Kuriashi catches both feet together. Well, it was almost Koso to Gak, but I mean, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was Koso to Gak. I think we'll go for that one.
And even, I mean, if you want to add in there, Nidan Koso Tagaki, because he takes both, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Timing was perfect.
I think he aims for the one furthest away from him, to be honest. This one's already up there and gone.
Yeah, Nidan Koso to Gak.
Yeah.
And Mare just lands. He knew it had gone.
Beautiful execution from Kageura Kokoro of Japan. Very little that, well, actually nothing that Mare could have done about that. 1-0. Japan lead in this gold medal contest against France, the World Team Championship final. Veli-Matti Karinkanta of Finland, the referee stays in the middle, and now we come round to the lightest weight category, the under 57 kilo category. Yoshida Tsukasa of Japan faces Sarah Leonie Sissik of France. It's Yoshida in the white judogi, Sissik in blue.
Sissik has been fighting well. She was going to need everything here against Yoshida, because Yoshida, world champion last year, world silver this year. She is a real handful, and she'll be trying to take... Oh, it's all over!
That's done!
Oh no, that's it! That's an ippon. She's taken Yoshida over, and Sissik has pulled it back. Oh my goodness me! What a technique that was! Oh, talk about a surprise! What a revelation! I said she was on good form. My goodness, she would have done anything to know that she was going to do that. But my goodness, what a technique!
I looked immediately at Gahi, Clerget and Malonga. Guillaume Chain is already, in the process of preparing because he knows he's next. But Gahi, Clerget and Malonga looked at each other, and there was this jumping around. You could see them saying, "We're in here."
Because well, we've got a chance.
Yeah, we've got a chance.
If we win the right contest.
Well, 3 of those, those 3, the reason I'm saying that is all 3 of those are medal winners at these World Championships, and 2 of them are the current world champions. Gahi and Malonga are the current world champions. Sissik has put them in there. The real money contest is Axel Clerget. Axel Clerget is the real money contest. I mean, one of the best fighters in the world is coming onto the mat now. Let's have a look at this.
Well, it's the Osoto. Just look how she just goes straight in there. She's holding the sleeve with both hands there. But talk about attack off the grip, because that left hand wasn't on until she started moving across. As soon as she started to move across there, she catches the arm. And I was just teaching this a couple of weeks ago about attacking off the grip onto the arm, and bang, over she goes there. And she couldn't believe it. I don't think Sissik could believe it. And that was amazing.
So Guillaume Chain has the absolute mountain to climb here when he faces Ono Shoei. There's no doubt about that. That would be off the scale. However, we follow that up with Marie-Eve Gahi, world champion, Axel Clerget, world bronze medalist, and then Madeleine Malonga, world champion. France,
have got a chance.
Well, on paper, Japan are up against it. Japan are up against it here.
Wow, and home crowd as well. Let's see how this one goes then. Here's the man. Right. This is the main man.
Ono Shoei of Japan faces Guillaume Chain of France. It's Ono in the white judogi, Chain in blue. The absolute, shoe-in favourite to win here is Ono Shoei. Guillaume Chain, everything up against him.
Well, he won the world title. He's the Olympic champion. He's the world champion, and it's all over, is it? Wazari first, then straight away for Ono, and he won it, I was going to say, by ippon all the way through, and he just is miles above everybody in the category. Oh, Tramanegi, it's all over. That's all over. How easy did he make that look? It's only 30 seconds there. 30 seconds.
Up and down twice.
And Shane, I tell you now, is a class act, Shane. He doesn't go over like that to anybody. Oh no, absolutely amazing. Well, he comes out, oh no, and he said, right, I better get us back on track. And it's just exactly what he's done.
Well, that was breathtaking. Hardly had chance to introduce Lubomir Peter, the referee in the middle for that one. 2-1, Japan lead. They've had wins from Kageura and Ono. The win for France came from Sarah Leone-Sisik. There's a nice bit of time here. It's not, they're not churning them out, you know, so the team can gather themselves. They're in there. One hasn't been thrown out there yet on their own. You know, that often happens. Here they are to get themselves together and prepare for the next 3 contests. Gahi, Clerget and Malonga. If you could pick 3 people, and not Teddy Riner, to represent you for France, those would be the 3.
Absolutely. Look at this. This is how easy Ono does it. No, I agree with you. I think that they are in there with a shout. I mean, you said Shane had, well, tall order here, but he's against the man, the leading man probably in world judo at the moment, and he just got taken over with 2 incredible techniques.
Let's put an X on the line here, man, anyway. Marie-Eve Gahi has already seen off the challenge of the French, the Japanese here, Arai. Malonga has already seen off Hamada Shori. Clerget is your key man here.
Moreau, for me, the problem is Moreau, you know, because Moreau is the youngster that's coming through that I think is going to be a future world champion. And I think that he might be too much for Clerget, but we'll wait and see because, you know, in team matches, it works out totally different. There's the Tomonagi from Ono. We know he's got an Osotagari as well. He's got an incredible Ashiwaza. He's got Uranagi. He's got everything, hasn't he, Ono? And he can do groundwork.
The key contest now, for me, is this one coming up now. If France take this contest, they've got a chance. Well, that's simple, isn't it? You know, if France win this contest, they've got a chance to win. It keeps them in the match. But for me, it puts something for Malonga, because Malonga was the 3rd of this trio of Agbegninu, Gahi. She was the 3rd to come up. It could be more inspiration for her. It's all fairy tales. We shall see what happens. Arai Shizuru, the former world champion, faces Marie-Eve Gahi, the current world champion. It stands at 2-1 to Japan. The French need this one.
Well, they certainly do. We said that the French, and they get the bit between their teeth in team matches. Oh my goodness, and it doesn't matter what sport we're talking about. We could be talking about soccer, rugby, judo. And here they are, taking the best team in the world to task. And Gahi there just making sure that she's in the wrong places. Arai will want to save face here. Big arm over the top there from Gahi. Looking for the Uchimata, looking for the Surigoshi. And Arai defending. Uchimata, Gahi. Uchimata from Arai. Now Arai trying to get first in. It's left against right. To remember that opposite stance, if you go in too hard, sometimes if they sidestep it, then you're in danger of being countered.
Interesting side notes about the need to swap the back patches here.
Oh, that was close. Yes, well, that's right, isn't it? Arai is wearing the world champion back patch and it's swapped over now. Gahi is the new world champion. That back patch is from last year.
Gahi's got to get a little bit further across here. She hasn't really threatened her on that side.
Ashiguruma! Oh, now then. Oh!
Yes!
I think she's got
I think
that.
She scored
Is that
that. That's a
Wazari?
direct attack. That's got nothing to do with the counter. She was looking to execute the Satemi Waza, and I think that's it.
I think it all depends on the landing.
No, she's still in the counter. She's still countering.
Yeah, I think it was counter.
Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Well, they are having a look at it.
Yeah,
They're going to have a look very carefully. Let's hope we get it in slow motion now. So here's the Ashiguruma. Gahi, stop. I know, it was kind of borderline. But the thing is, if they're confused in any possible way, for me, it was Yokoguruma. And I think that they might... It was part of the counter. It was Yokoguruma.
In the case of Keishiwaza, you cannot use the tatami to affect your technique.
If it's a counter.
If it's a counter. And Arai was in the process of attacking. Gahi took that over. Therefore, it is Keishiwaza. She can't use the mat to affect the technique. That's why they didn't give that as a score.
What a match this is. Wow, both giving it their all. Gahi turns on top of Arai. Arai just wants down. Now is that leg going to come out? That leg normally comes out from this position for the Japanese. The referee let it carry on. And she's in the hold. The world champion is being held down. And Arai has won the most crucial match probably of this team competition, because this one was the one that counted. The crowd are all counting here, and she's got a hold of for 20 seconds, and Arai's not going to let that go.
And the reason I said that this was important was, had Gahi taken this one and made it 2-2, then there'd be no desperation in the French team. Now there is, because one more and Japan take it.
Well, I am kind of glad that we're going to see Muro of Japan, because I like this young lad coming out. He's a young one, and it's amazing because his team have voted for him to come into this. He's only young, and he's won a couple of amazing contests en route so far. Kosei Inui, I get a feeling that he's setting him up to come into some of the big ones, big tournaments. Even, I suspect, possibly the Olympic Games.
Yeah, well, if he does well on the IJF World Tour in the upcoming events, there's still time, given that they're looking for him.
He just picked one up. He just picked a gold up in one of the Grand Prix. And that was one of the first times I've seen him. But then now, whether he can get enough points for qualification, but I've got a funny feeling that that's why he's in here. Wow, this was a decider, wasn't it? She took a chance there, Gahi, and Arai was on her and never let her up. She wasn't going to let her up. She had to get that leg out. How often have we seen that leg just sliding out as if it's butter. It's sliding out of butter. It's just incredible the way they get the head out, and then they concentrate on the top half there, and there's no way that anybody's going to move from that position.
Murao Sanshiro of Japan faces Axel Clerget of France. It'll be Murao in the white judogi, Clerget in blue. Japan lead 3-1. One more win will seal it for the Japanese team.
Yeah, they just need this one match, and of course, if France win the next 2 matches, it will go into a sudden death, and what will happen is then they'll pull a name out of the hat for them to fight, but that is a tall order.
Referee in the middle for this one is Yevgeny Raklin of Russia. Here comes Murao, and here comes Clerget. Clerget, the bronze medalist from the World Championships, the individuals, a couple of days ago.
19 years of age, Murao, in white.
Fighting one of the most experienced fighters on the circuit, Axel Clerget.
Yeah.
Look for your strengths, Clerget.
Well, he'll keep coming forwards, of course. Axel Clerget is a fighter. He's a warrior. He never stops coming forwards. But I think Murao will know that, and he'll stop him. He has great stance, Murao, and then he explodes in. He's very, very quick as well. So dominating the sleeve, Clerget of Murao. Well, his hand went up to the lapel then, Murao, and then just thought better off it. You're not allowed to use both hands to take it off, to take the lapel hand off. So this is a fight for the sleeve. Again, opposite stance. Wow, incredible support in here. That's another one there. Murao hasn't got off the mark yet. He's going to get a Shido, I think. He literally hasn't done anything. This is about pace, and Clerget, if he could win this match, this would absolutely. That was close, wasn't it? It was so close in there without Uchimata there. Now he's opened up the account. I was going to say, if Clerget could win this, they would really leave it open, because then they would have a chance of evening this up. But how cool does he look? It's a very, very cool, calm and collected. Well, it's almost, well, he is, isn't he? Waiting for the right moment. It's as soon as 2 hands are on, then the attack will come. And I think we're going to see a score. I really do. And I think it's going to come as soon as they settle. Back into the middle, Murao. Doesn't want to be outside. He wants to be in the middle. Always a good indicator of a big thrower. Well, I really do. I know that Clerget doesn't want him to get that second hand on. Is he going to switch it up? Tough old match. Now, Clerget. Well, Moreau, I think he's not the one coming forwards, and I think he needs probably referee letting it go on, but I think Shido should go to Moreau, yeah. Well, I don't know how Clerget got that. At least Clerget's coming forwards.
And a big Ojigari attack there not that long ago. The French team are also saying that. They're laughing. They find it laughable that he's been giving a Shido. Oh,
well, it's a tactical match here by Clerget, but
off camera, Cyril Marais has been sort of laughingly debating with the head refereeing director, Juan Carlos Barcas, about it. Uchimata left-sided.
Look at that. See that? As soon as he had two hands on there, Moreau was there like a shot. Absolutely like a shot. Like a bullet. And that is why Clerget does not want him to go anywhere near that sleeve hand. He knows.
Tell you what, though, Moreau was pretty quickly out of the area when Clerget was chasing him.
He's got it now. Osodagari this time from Moreau. Now it's starting to close up.
Into the golden score period. Half a minute already.
Yeah, any score now. Another penalty to Clerget and it'll be all over. Nice technique, Clerget. Change of direction this time.
Oh.
Yes. There's excitement in the French camp. Now he's got it. Tayatoshi, he's going to look for the Uchimata.
Clerget's fought this really well.
Absolutely, he really has. Clerget has done a really good tactical match on this man here because he can throw, really throw. If he gets two hands on, Clerget knows, he's felt the danger already. You know what? There's the Uchimata. Oh, and again, he goes again, and he's going to go again. And Clerget on the defensive now. Uchimata. Oh, Kouchi this time.
Clerget not getting the position that he wants to for the attempted counter, because that's what's in his mind as well.
Yeah, but he can't. Just not for 1 second can he let him in, because if he lets him in, he's going to go over. Well, Moreau's gone off. Clerget's gone off. A little bit of blood. But he's got a big thick lip himself, Moreau.
Well, as we've said all along, this is a contact sport, and that's going to happen.
What a great match. Axel Clerget doing the right thing. He can't for 1 second allow two hands on, because if he does, Moreau will be in there like a shot. Have a look for the opening attacks when they come together.
A couple of athletes have stayed around. This is way out of their weight categories. Abe Uta on the left-hand side and Takata Naohisa on the right there, watching on. The reason that I said that I thought the Marie-Yves Gahi contest was pivotal was that it would have changed the nature of this one coming up here. If Marie-Yves Gahi had done that, that's 2-2 instead of 3-1. And then Clerget, if he comes up with the win, then,
Oh, yeah.
you know, that, and he's, you know, not that far from it. 3-2 the French with Malonga to bring up the red. There's a completely different look. And instead of that, it's 3-1 France with 3-1 to Japan, with France looking desperate.
Yeah, they are.
Lose here, end of story. We don't have the Malonga Hamada Shuri matchup.
Well, still anything can happen here.
The difficulty for Clerget is that he is good at counters, but you've got someone who's really good at executing, you know, Nagewaza. So all of the throwing techniques that Sanshiro could bring to the party, Clerget can't afford to say, okay, well, I'll let him come in. He can't afford to let him in. You know, there are some fighters that are so good, they actually allow you to come in, make an error, and then they take it over. He can't do that, Clerget.
Well, the instructions are going out to Moreau.
Right, Clerget had to have some taping and some bandaging and the wiping away of some blood. All of that is done, and now he's back on the tatami. We'll get back underway with the, I suppose, part 2 of Moreau Clerget contest.
Yeah, watch out for the first exchange. See what happens here. Deafening in here. Oh, now then. That was close.
There's
Clerget took a chance.
And another area where I said when he was coming out, go to your strengths. You know, and in the golden score period, 2 minutes into the golden score period, this is the time to get this kind of attack in.
The only problem with it, of course, is it takes so much energy and it really saps you. So you have to know the cutoff point. Second Shido, yeah. Second Shido there for Moreau, and it was for a gripping infringement.
But not entirely unwarranted, given the balance of the contest and what we saw early on. 2 Shidos apiece, perfectly balanced now. Slightly off balance there with that Ojigari effort, Clerget. Bruised, battered, both of them now.
Yeah, but they look at the condition of these guys here. I mean, they are tired, but still, it still look as if they can still go. Still look as if they can attack.
Yeah, the only weak point for me throughout this has been the Sutemiwaza efforts from Clerget. They border the force attack, to be honest. He's trying to make something happen. Moreau sees it coming, blocks it fairly easy.
See, he needs to leave that alone. They'll get one last chance.
Yeah.
That's one last throw of the dice. It really was, and he was lucky to get that there. Because, like you said, they've been bordering on it, and that was definitely border, if not definitely penalty. Earlier rounds, they would have given it. World final. Strong, hard fight, strong gripping.
Go now.
Oh, change of direction! No, it was definitely
close,
Moreau that did it.
Yeah, Clerget close to countering there. French team fancied their chances with a counter, but Moreau was still finishing off his attack, so no score.
What a hard-fought match! Oh, Sonogari! Oh, he's still in for it. Oh, no.
No.
Clerget just climbed off that. Look at the crowd. Absolute appreciation of absolute brilliance.
Just sense a chance here now for Clerget as Morale looks to make something happen. An experienced fighter just keeps doing what he's doing. But it could be that Clerget can come up with something because he's going to feel the attacks. Chance on the ground here.
Well, he's onto the arm here.
Yeah.
Can he get the leverage? Yes, he can.
Oh, that was good. That was good from Morale, just at the point of the roll he was out.
Morrow was brilliant, wasn't he? That was...
Clerget is clever enough to know that there's going to come a point where it's the tipping point. It's so finely balanced, and that one thing is going to make the difference. Could be as simple as making sure that you put in enough attacks.
Well, they're both doing that at the moment. You've got to say, you just got to let them carry on with this, because we need something a bit more substantial, because if Moreau wins this, Japan win, Clerget wins it, they've still got a chance. Uchimata!
Chip! Almost!
Oh, no!
Almost!
But Clerget never gives up, does he? And he's there in the ground again.
There we go. This looks a little bit better here for the Sangaku, Neil. Free this foot.
He's just going to take it out.
Yeah.
He's going to take it out now.
Well, Saikomi, because the legs aren't hooked, he could a little bit on top, he could claim the Osaikomi.
Yeah, it's not quite there yet.
No.
Oh,
no, not
look
there
at
now,
that.
but he's lost the arm.
Oh, my goodness me.
He's lost the arm.
Great,
Still got the leg wrapped up.
And he's still in for it here. He's got the Sangaku here. And he's still in for it.
He's going to squeeze it on from there. Yeah, and here comes the turn.
Oh, he's got the hold down.
Osaikomi.
That is it. Oh, he's got it. He's actually submitted.
That's Osaikomi.
No, he can't let that go, surely. That is just unbelievable. Oh my goodness me, talk about, wow. For me, that was Osaikomi. Wow, what's he going to do? I don't know what quite he's going to do, even if it was a hold down. What does he want to know, whether he was right or what? Osaikomi for me. Oh, he tapped out.
That was one little tap, but I'm not sure if that was a mitre.
Tap is a tap.
Yeah. Oh, look, yeah, again. Yeah.
I think it was a submission.
Yeah.
I think that's what the referee thought, that it was just definitely a submission.
Ippon, they've given the Ippon. Okay.
Wow, France are still in this.
Winner.
What a crucial match for Clerget. Oh my goodness me.
Now, what would have happened to Madeline Malonga during that? Because, you know, the passion, the excitement, the drama and everything was building up. In particular, this last thing there, I'm going to talk about this last thing, where she'd have been screaming on Saikomi. She'd have been screaming, he's tapped. You know, that's some energy that she's going to be taking out there to fight someone that she's already beaten. And she's the world champion now.
Yeah, she is. Malonga is the world champion, and she's up against Hamada. And Sheldon is warming me up, ready for this one.
I love a team event, don't you?
There's nothing like it, is there? I mean, it's just the most unbelievable event in the world. And it was, well, look at that. He started it off. The counter didn't quite score. And then the Newaza started. He starts it off. He almost gets the Juji Gatami, but then he changes it to the Sangaku. Look at that. And that is on, and he taps out. There's
sorry,
the
what
first
was that
one.
for? Yeah, why would you do that?
Well, you don't tap on
it's
a submission.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
it. Submission, and you can see it quite clearly, and he tapped out. And that it was Ippon to Clerget. He knew it had gone. Yeah, he just let it go. I mean, you know, even when they bowed off, didn't he? He just said, "Well, that was it. I accept."
Yeah, Clerget knew, and even if there hadn't been the tap, going to call the offside commy
but
there.
I mean, if it were the offside commy that he'd got him up from, that was what I was worried about, because then you can't put them back in it.
Right, here we go.
Well, that is 3-2
3-2
to Japan. If they get this one, France, then it will go to a golden score match.
I'd love to see Axel Clerget and
goodness no, well, can you imagine if they bring those two out again? They just might.
Right, here we go. Hamada Shori in the white judogi, Madeline Malonga in blue. The former world champion with the red back patch there against the current world champion in blue.
Big arm over the back there. Malonga, Ouchigari. Hamada has had a couple of days just to think about what happened in that world final. And she goes down to the ground there, Hamada. She looks overpowered, doesn't she? She gets a Shido for dropping. And Malonga is buzzing. Oh, she's gone in for it again.
Oh, that was close.
And this is where she wants her, Malonga.
Hamada, can't let this develop. You've got to get out of there quick. You cannot let step by step move into the Osai-komi.
Malonga. Oh, she's in the hold. Oh, my goodness me. Hamada took a chance there. She wanted the hold down over Torigaeshi, and she's being held down here, and it's all over. It's all over. Japan have won it. (4-2). Japan win. And Hamada has overturned that loss. And what can you say about that? That Newaza exchange was absolutely superlative. It was incredible. Malonga could have evened it all up. It wasn't to be. Hamada, her Newaza, her groundwork, absolutely incredible. And how cool, calm and collected does she look there?
Don't want to be overly critical of someone who's just won a world title, but you know, you have to see that situation coming. You must have known that Hamada, who you battered a couple of days ago, doesn't want to mix it standing up. She wants to take you to the ground where her strengths are, and if that happens, get out of there as quickly as you can.
That's exactly it, isn't it? She went out there, she said, "What is my plan?" And wallop, she was down there like a shot, and she wasn't going to let it go either.
No, and the thing was, it was the smallest of chances. It was the fact that they were on the ground. She said, right, you have to come, I have to get you as close to me as possible to make something develop. And she developed it stage by stage by stage, and at no point was Malonga able to stop it and get out of there.
4-2, Japan beat France. It could have just gone a different direction there several times, but would have, could have, should have, we know that. But it was an amazing effort from France, and a couple of their key fighters, I have to say, who are their world champions, their current world champions, they were tired. And I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying that they were tired, mentally tired, and the people that they beat to win those world titles had everything to prove in front of this home crowd.
Yeah, they came back and took it back, if you like. Arai Chizuru, who's given up the world title, was able to turn things around against Marie-Eve Gahi. Hamada Shori was able to turn things around against Madeline Malonga. I give the biggest credit to Axel Clerget, who dragged the French back from the point of defeat to give them a sniff of a chance, but it wasn't to be.
No, it was Clerget that he clawed it back, giving them a glimmer of hope. It was never to be, and wow. We thought that, well, Malonga was probably, or could have, evened it all up. It wasn't to be. And credit to Hamada.
And just look, if you